The sound of the city was a constant hum, a blend of honking cars and distant chatter, but to Elias, it was merely background noise. For years, he had wandered from one bustling metropolis to another, seeking something he couldn't name. Each place felt like a temporary stop, a layover on an endless journey. One autumn evening, while aimlessly strolling through yet another city park, Elias noticed a small path he hadn't seen before. It wound through dense trees, the leaves a riot of reds and golds. Drawn by an inexplicable urge, he followed the path, the sounds of the city gradually fading behind him. After a while, the trees opened up to a clearing, and there stood an old, weathered house. It looked like it had been abandoned for years, but there was something about it that called to him. The front door creaked as he pushed it open, revealing a cozy, albeit dusty, interior. Sunlight streamed through the dirty windows, casting a warm glow over the worn wooden furniture. As he explored the house, Elias felt a strange sense of familiarity. In the living room, he found a box of photographs, faded with age. They depicted a family in various stages of life, a young couple, then with a child, and later, an older man standing alone. Among the photos was a letter, yellowed with time. Elias carefully unfolded it and began to read. It was addressed to someone named Eleanor, and it spoke of love, loss, and the hope of finding each other again. The words resonated deeply with Elias, stirring memories he had long buried. He realized with a start that this was his childhood home, the place he had been taken from when his parents died in a car crash. The letter was from his father, written during the war when he had to leave his family behind. Elias's mother had died shortly after his birth, and his father had sent him to live with distant relatives, promising to return. But he never did. Elias had grown up feeling like an outsider, moving from one place to another, never feeling truly at home. As he stood in the old house, the pieces of his past falling into place, Elias felt a wave of emotions, grief for the family he lost, but also a profound sense of belonging. This was the home he had been searching for all these years, the place where his roots were. Determined to restore the house, Elias set to work. He cleaned and repaired, breathing new life into the old structure. The community, curious about the newcomer, offered their help. Slowly, the house transformed from a forgotten relic into a vibrant home, filled with laughter and warmth. Elias no longer felt like a wanderer. He had found his home, not just in the house itself, but in the memories it held and the connections he forged with the people around him. Here, he was no longer a stranger, he was part of something greater. And for the first time in his life, Elias knew he was truly home.